Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's reading we are trying to see what is going to happen in your immediate future, and I will try to keep it short but not too much. Let's say less than 10 minutes for each reading, so that it will be more in depth than the usual short, but so that you won't waste time watching a long video to know what's going on and how to deal with it. In just a few minutes, you'll get your perfect advice on your current situation. I hope you will like this new format. Let me know in the comments. What kind of reading do you like best? And also tell me, what would you like your next guidance to be about? I'm all ears. So for today's reading, we have these 3 piles to choose from. For pile number 1, you have trine and sextile with symbiosis. For pile number 2, you have Pisces with sensitize. And for pile number 3, you have the moon with perception. To help you choose, we also have our 2 2024 little dragons. They're cute, aren't they? For pile number 2, we have these 2 little earths. Well, actually, when I saw this one in the shop, I thought it looked like Jupiter. And I think it's a green calcite. This one is a crystal. And then for pile 3, we have the Serpentine and the Mookaite. You see how beautiful they are. So you will find the timestamps in the description box as usual. And if you feel drawn to more than one pile, you know what to do. Today we have sextile with symbiosis. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with the term, a sextile is what happens when the planets are 60 degrees to each other. They support each other. They work well together. So I guess you'd be well advised here to find people who are like yourself, your family or friends or even colleagues that are not only compatible but also complementary with you. Someone with whom you share the same ideas, the same skills, someone who can help you with something you don't have, and vice versa. I have this image, you see, when one has one piece of the puzzle and the other one as a perfectly fitting piece, something like that. So try to find someone who is like you and focus on what you have in common. From there, you might be able to build something great. Go with the flow if something inspires you. Meet your friends, have some relaxed time with them. Good ideas might come up. You will grow together and you will build the resources you need for what you have to do. So let's see your tarot cards now. So you have the King of Cups. So you appear as a wise and diplomatic person. So this should make things easier. You're well balanced between head and heart, and you're a good counselor. You know a lot about feelings, and you don't let yourself overwhelmed by them. You know how to temper your emotions in complicated situations. Of course, this could also symbolize an older man you know, and with whom you have a good relationship. Then we have, oh my God, another King of Cups. Amazing. So this is what I was saying earlier. Find someone like you. This will be a highly profitable relationship. Whatever you have to do, it will be easier with this person. And look at this. What is striking here is that they are both kings, but they couldn't be more different. We have here the very classical one with his glass of wine and his cigar in his home. And we have another king here. He has his crown here, you see. And is outside in a natural environment, close to nature. And he seems to be meditating or something. So they are at the same time very alike and very similar. This is the kind of alter ego you need to find. Then we have, oh, another king. Look at this, the King of Pentacles. Okay, so it seems you could be free after all. Why not? The King of Pentacles is also a king, but slightly different in that there is more down to earth than the King of Cups. It's more about security and abundance, prosperity and sensuality too. Is in any case a reliable person. You can definitely trust him. So what will you do with your friends? Well, obviously it will be different for all of you, but you see, cooperation is very important here. Then what do we have? We have, oh, the Six of Pentacles. So it could be at least two different things here. Either it means that you and your friends will be able to support each other very well, to share, to give, to receive, to express gratitude, or that you two or three or more, who knows, will do something to help others. For example, you could take part in some charity event, or help someone in need, or provide food and shelter for people who don't have any. Or anyway, you're stable and you have money to do this. You are more than happy to help. And I think there might be a lot of people waiting for your help or helping you to help. Because look here, we have this big bunny here who is sharing his carrots with the other bunnies. And we also have a bee here, hardworking. You know, the world would be very different without bees' work. They work very hard and they are very important. And we also have a ladybug here. And we also have other bunnies hiding and watching what's going on from afar. So there are many people here. You might be involved in what you might be, there might be many people involved in what you're trying to do, and there might be many people receiving the blessing that you have to share. And let's see our last card here. Oh, the Eight of Pentacles. So the Eight of Pentacles is about hard work. So you have worked hard here. You and your friends, you are masters now. You built the plans to make this work and you nailed it. And people are looking at you as a leader now. They are following you. You have earned your crown. They trust you. They know you are a good leader. So this was your message for today. I hope you liked it, and I wish you all the best. I will see you in the next reading. Bye. Hi everyone, welcome to your reading. Let's have a look at what's in store for you in the near future. You have Pisces with sensitize. So what I'm seeing here are these fish here and here, swimming in their pond, in their world, where there are other species too, animals and plants, and they are all living in harmony in this ecosystem. All of them are necessary to keep the balance. All of them have a role to play. They are all different, but they live in a relative harmony. So you're probably in a situation where all the interactions are more complex than they seem, but it works, and that's what is important. It might be time to sharpen your perceptions, to feel even the more subtle changes and variations in other people's feeling, and of course in yours. There is probably something important to learn from this gathering of information. Let your empathy tell you what is going on. It might be important to absorb all this so that you can appreciate what is going on in your own world. But be careful not to absorb what could be too heavy to bear for you. Put up boundaries if it's necessary. Okay? So let's see your tarot cards. Oh, so you have the World card. This is not a coincidence. This is what I wanted to say with the Pisces card here. This woman, see, she's thriving in a world, in this circle here. And we have all these symbols here, 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 and here too. We have symbols. This is pretty geometrical, both cards, and also the colors are alike. So this is interesting. But let's see your other cards. So you have the Emperor. Yeah, makes sense. The Fool. The Ten of Wands. And the Page of Swords. Okay. So, the world in which you are living can at times be stifling or overwhelming. As I said earlier, it's a good thing that you can absorb other people's feelings to understand them better and to help them, to make your little world go round. It's a good thing to be able to adapt to what is asked of you, to conform to what is expected of you. But if it is too much, if you're dying inside, if you can't breathe anymore, if you're about to explode like this, just run away. Do like the cats here, run. At least take a break. You don't have to carry other people's burden and responsibilities. You have done enough. You spend a lot of time and energy to try to make it work, and you have probably managed to overcome the main obstacles now. The tens are cards of completion, so you will be happy to know that this is over now. So the World card is also a card of completion. It represents this moment when the inner and outer world, that is you and others, are finally living in harmony and can coexist peacefully in the same pond. So, like for the Pisces card, you come to the realization that there is some unity in all this. We are all linked. We are all following the same flow of life. This is a card of wholeness and also of completion, in that the exchanges are overcome and you are completing a major milestone, whatever it is. A project, an exam, a marriage, anything. So, how to make this happen? You have here the Emperor. So, what you can do is simply delegate the responsibilities and the burden to someone who is better suited than you to do this. Someone who has more authority, who is used to deal with the kind of situation you're facing. So it could be a boss, a teacher, it could be a doctor, it could be a policeman, who knows. It will be different for all of you. But it is someone who embodies stability, structure, and protection. Anyway, all this will be behind you now, and you will be relieved and ready to start something new. You had the World card here, And then we have the Fool. So one cycle is over and the new one is beginning. You have an infinite potential now. You can start anything you want, and you will. You have the Page of Swords here. This tells me you are all set for these new adventures. You have courage and you are curious. You know how to communicate your many ideas and you are inspired. You can't wait to put into practice an idea that you have had in mind for some time. You are passionate about it and can't wait to try it out. And you want the world to know about it, so tell the world about it. You will thrive on this new adventure. I'm happy for you. This is a great reading. You may have had a few hardships here, but you pulled through and you are ready for a new adventure. So this was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what it's all about, and don't forget to subscribe so that you won't miss your next reading. Bye. Hi everyone, welcome to your reading. So you have the Moon with perception. So as you know, the Moon is about emotions, feelings, inner motivations, how you perceive and nurture yourself and others. Moon phases change rapidly, as you can see them depicted on this card. They can influence your mood, your habits, your behaviors. And you know, in tarot, the Moon is also about the unconscious, things that you can't really perceive, only feel or be influenced by, which can lead to confusion and illusions. So maybe the first advice here would be to perceive what unspoken emotion drive you. What keeps you motivating and going forward? For example, you are a dancer and you want to perform this new choreography that you're learning perfectly for a casting. On the surface, the reason is that you want to be selected for the role because you need to pay your bills. But in your unconscious, it could be something totally different. You could want to get this specific role because it has a special meaning for you or for someone of your family. Maybe your mom or dad wanted to play the same role when they were young. Or it reminds you of a friend, a pet, a situation, or anything you love. So maybe it's some sort of consolation for your inner child. In any case, what I mean is that you should try to figure out the unconscious reasons for what you are doing are. It will probably give you some interesting insight on your own behavior. Then it would be interesting to do the same thing with the people around you. Try to find the reasons why they are doing what they are doing. What habit or action or expressions do they have? What it could mean under the surface. What makes you or them do what you do? What makes you or them anxious, aggressive, insecure for real? I mean, behind the surface, behind the curtain or whatever. But let's see your tarot cards. So, you have the Seven of Cups. Look at this. This is really coherent. Usually the Seven of Cups is represented by someone hesitating before several options. But here, look, this is what I was talking about here. This woman is totally in the clouds. Look at her head. Her head is totally in the clouds here. She's so much absorbed in her own thoughts that her feet don't even touch the ground. There's a whole world here, you see, maybe a castle, there is a couple here. So many thoughts are intertwined. Let's see what else we have. The King of Wands, the King of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and The Five of Swords. Okay, this is interesting. Let me explain why. In the first part of the reading here, we have the Moon and the Seven of Cups. On the other side, we have 3 swords. And you know, the swords are about logic, about intellect, reason, clarity, communication, which is the exact opposite of what we had here. So I think we have here what you have to address now. The Five of Swords is about arguments, disputes, conflicts, or stress. So it could either mean that you are fighting inside yourself and that this is causing you a lot of stress, or that you have some kind of disagreement with someone. So for now, you have one. You see, this man in the red coat here is collecting the other characters' swords. But these people, they are probably already trying to figure out ways to regain what has been taken from them. You really have to look beyond the immediate success to consider the consequences of what you're doing in the future. The small victory that you have now could cost you a lot later. So, what can you do to avoid this? I'm coming back to my first cards here. Try to understand what the reasons, the unconscious reasons, under the underlying reasons are that led you and the others to this situation. And take action accordingly. It's not too late, because you have the King of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Meaning you can do it. The Ace of Swords is about clarity. If you look carefully into the problem, you can find the ins and outs. You can experience this moment of breakthrough. With your sword, you can cut through the fog that is here. You will see that you are not doomed or stuck and that there are many other possibilities. The King of Swords. The King of Swords also tells me that you will succeed. He radiates power and clarity of mind. Try to remain objective and understand what is going on. You can rely on your education and experience to do this. Be perceptive and observant. Take an in-depth look at this problem that you're facing. Consider the consequences and take time to reason with others too. Listen to them and observe them, because many things don't pass through language. You can be totally impartial. Then you can become like this King of Wands. This King of Wands is a born leader. He can see the big picture. He is daring to make decisions from there. Decisions which can be creative too. In this way, you could win your arguments not by imposing your rules, like what you are doing here with the Five of Swords and having people resent you for this, but by making them understand why you are doing this. They would recognize you as a leader and would readily and willingly accept what you have to offer. So this was your reading for today. I hope it will be helpful. Please don't forget to leave me a comment and or a thumbs up and subscribe so that you won't miss your next video when I upload. Bye!